Greetings, and welcome to SpinalTap Horror. Here at the asylum, we're dedicated to bringing you the most hair-raising tales that send shivers down your spine. So please, sit back, relax, and count backwards from 10. The operation is about to begin.
Welcome back, listeners. How are we feeling after our last session? Now, the staff is telling me you've been experiencing some sort of cognitive dissonance. You've stated that you're fighting your inner demons. Is that right? Well, tonight I have 3 doses that will hopefully help you resolve this inner conflict of yours. Our first story is written by The Last Something, and it's a tale about a man who is down on his luck in life when he is given a once-in-a-lifetime deal by a mysterious salesman. I present to you A Devil at the Door. Alex was dragged out of a drunken stupor by a loud, persistent knocking at his door. Head pounding, Alex opened the door to be greeted by a short, pudgy man in a charcoal suit holding a briefcase. "Good morning, Mr. Moreland," the man said, holding out his hand. "It's a pleasure to meet you on such a fine day." He smiled, displaying a row of crooked teeth. Alex squinted, the daylight burning his eyes. "I'm not buying whatever you're selling. Go away or I'm coming back with my gun." He slammed the door, but it bounced off the man's foot with a harsh thud. "You don't own a gun, Mr. Moreland. We checked," the man said, still smiling. "I seem to have caught you at a bad time. This should help." The man snapped his fingers. Instantly, the pounding in Alex's head stopped, and the light seemed to dim. How'd you do that?" he asked in disbelief. "Curing your hangover is the least of what I have to offer," the man said, gesturing inside. "Now please, let's sit." Alex stepped aside as the man entered his home and took a seat at the small, sticky table in the kitchen. The man laid his briefcase down on the table, and Alex sat across from him. "Now, as I see it, you haven't really done much with your life," the man began. "No family, no friends, and no job. Oh, and you also have no money. The bank will take your house soon, and frankly, Mr. Moreland, well, your life is a mess." The man opened his briefcase, pulled out a brochure, and handed it to Alex. I don't get it," Alex said, puzzling over the document. "You're trying to sell me a condo?" "That's right, Mr. Moreland. Those condominiums are part of the new afterlife packages we are so proud to offer. A unit just like those pictured here could be yours for eternity, all for the low, low price of one simple murder-suicide." Alex looked up from the pictures of a pool and a sauna. "You can't be serious." "It's a simple transaction, Mr. Moreland," the man explained. "You do this, and you earned a secured, guaranteed place in hell, with all the amenities included." Alex briefly looked up from the brochure, then continued to read about the complimentary laundry service. "Just kill somebody and then off myself, huh?" "That's right," the man nodded. "It could be anybody of your choosing. We'll provide some local selections if you wish, as well as other assistance." The man retrieved a handgun from his briefcase and set it on the table. Alex looked at the gun, thinking about his last boss who fired him over nothing. He thought about the man from the bank who was going to take away his home. All the people who wronged him, who caused his life to turn out like this. "Only one person?" he asked. The man grinned. "Well, we do offer luxury packages." "Do you have a brochure of those?" Alex asked. "And maybe a bigger gun?" Now, it seems that Alex found a deal that was too good to resist. Maybe he should have thought a little harder about how he landed in the situation in the first place. Much like the person in our next story, written by Tammy Shaw. We follow a passenger taking a regretful ride down memory lane, going over all the things in life that led him to this moment. All the little things. The train car hummed as we moved. I slid into a seat and saw him across the aisle. A man in a dark coat smiling at me like he knew me. A few other passengers slept, soft breathing, curled up with jackets for pillows. "Long day?" he asked. "Yeah, something like that." "Long life?" "Yeah." He didn't talk for a while until I loudly huffed at a memory that suddenly bothered me. "What's on your mind?" Nothing, just thinking about something dumb I did." He smiled, warm, friendly. "Oh yeah? Like what?" I shrugged. "Oh, just stuff. Little things." "Little things," he repeated, nodding. "Funny how they stick with you." "Yeah," I chuckled. "I guess they do. Like the time I left my kid at soccer practice. It wasn't for long, just a few minutes. Still felt awful, though." He laughed softly. "Life's full of those moments. You keep moving, though." We talked more. Jobs we had, cities we lived in, old apartments, bad landlords, traffic jams. I told a story about the time I accidentally locked my wife and kid out in a snowstorm. He laughed warm and easy, like a long-lost friend. Then, as if offhand, he asked, "Ever wish you could go back and change one thing?" "All the time," I said. "Like forgetting my dad's birthday last year." He didn't say anything, but I still feel it. But I guess that's life. He tilted his head. "Or death." I froze. "What?" He grinned. "The train makes all stops. Everyone gets theirs eventually." I chuckled nervously. I hope mine's nothing major. Life's lessons and all that. "Some are ordinary," he said, nodding at the sleeping passengers. "And some, not so much." He stared right into my eyes. "Yours is next." I looked at the other passengers again. Their faces went right. Shadows moved under their eyelids. Skin pulled tight. Their mouths sagged open in a scream. The train screeched. Sparks ran across the ceiling and walls. My stomach flipped as the brakes howled. He leaned closer, hand on my shoulder. Firm but oddly gentle.
"This one's yours, my friend."
I wanted to resist. My chest tightened. Panic rose in my throat. But my legs moved anyway. Step by step, my body obeyed. The train man guided me toward the doors, murmuring lightly, his hand steady on my back. I tried to pull away. I tried to run. My hands scraped the seats, my fingernails snapping. I couldn't stop. The doors hissed open. Heat slammed into me. A wall of burning hair and rotten flesh. Outside, the ground was a river of fire spilling through the cracks. Shapes wriggled and writhed in the distance. Too many arms. Too many mouths all shrieking at once. He kept a hand on my back. Gentle. Friendly.
"All those little things,
He said, tapping me twice.
they add up."
Hopefully that lovely little story gave you some peace of mind. We all struggle with some form of regret. Just make sure your decisions don't land you in any hot water. Like the person in our final story. Written by Tall Bayou Man. We close out our journey with a tale of someone who wakes up somewhere hot. Too hot. Unsure of how they got there. The only thing they know about this place is that they're supposed to burn. I awake in a hot, thick fluid. It's boiling. It's hot. My vision is blurred. I try to wipe my eyes, but only smear something across them. As I look down, an eyeball is floating atop the thick liquid. Wait. I can't see out of my right eye. What's happening? I reach to touch my face, but the liquid is getting hotter. When I lift my hand, I have no fingers. My hand is missing skin. I see the bone in my wrist. My entire body is engulfed in this liquid. I try and swim out, but every stroke melts away my flesh. My skin and blood begins to fry. I try to speak. Wait, I have no tongue. Panic sets in. I'm gonna die, and I don't know why. Out of nowhere, a long spoon swirls the liquid around me. Whoever is spinning it gathers some liquid and dumps it on my head. I feel my hair as it falls from my blistering scalp. I reach out and try to escape the fluid. The spoon pushes me back in. As my life begins to fade, I hear a woman's voice. Angelic, but not quite. In a devious tone, she tells me,
"Your pain is delicious. You must suffer so that we may live. And don't worry, in this place, you're supposed to burn."
Now, I hope that this was able to help you with your mental discomfort. We wouldn't want you doing anything that you'll end up regretting later on in life, now would we? Now get some rest. I'll be back in a couple of weeks to see how you're doing. And thank you all for listening. I've been your host and narrator, Ryan Blue. If you like what you heard here today, please consider leaving a 5-star review and a comment down below. And if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe and consider leaving a like and pressing that bell notification so you don't miss out on future episodes. Remember, you can find SpinalTap Horror on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. You can also follow me on social media at SKZombieCorpse to see everything else I tend to dig my hands into. If you have a story you'd like to share with us for consideration, you can post it to our subreddit at r/SpinalTapHorror or email us at spinaltaphorrorpod@gmail.com. All stories in tonight's episodes were adapted and performed with the written consent of the story's authors. All music featured with said stories can be found for free of use on pixabay.com. Thank you all for listening, and I'll see you for the next operation.